Benito Mussolini was born on July 29, 1883, in Predoppio, Italy. Far from being raised into a world of political power, young Benito grew up in a humble household. His father, Alessandro, was a blacksmith with socialist ideals, and his mother, Rosa Maltoni, was a devout schoolteacher. Mussolini's early years were marked by his volatile temperament and defiance. His fierceness paired with intelligence led him not only to excel academically but also to be expelled from several schools for aggressive behavior. Despite his challenges, Benito managed to earn a teaching diploma. The world of journalism called to him, not only because of his love for literature but also due to the opportunity it presented to wield influence. Mussolini began his career as a writer and editor for socialist newspapers, where his powerful rhetoric and radicalist ideas quickly earned him a reputation. He joined the Socialist Party, where his charisma further sharpened his political aspirations. However, a pivotal moment occurred during World War I when Mussolini's stance began to shift. Originally opposing Italy's involvement, he later reasoned that the war could serve as a revolutionary catalyst. This change of heart caused a significant rift with the Socialist Party, leading to his expulsion in 1914. After leaving the Socialists, Mussolini's ideology continued to evolve. Influenced by various nationalist thinkers and his own burgeoning ambitions, he began to formulate the foundation of fascism. In 1919, Mussolini established the Fasci Italiani di Combattimento, a nationalist political party, marking the official birth of the fascist movement. His promise to restore Italy's grandeur resonated with the disillusioned populace yearning for stability and national pride after the First World War. By 1922, amidst political chaos and social unrest, Mussolini and his fascist party orchestrated the infamous March on Rome, a coup that was intended to demand power. King Victor Emmanuel III, wary of a civil war, invited Mussolini to form a government, thus propelling him to power as Italy's youngest prime minister. Mussolini's journey from a socialist-leaning journalist to a definitive fascist leader was marked by adaptability and a ruthless clarity of vision. His ability to tap into the fears and hopes of the people and synthesize a distinct identity for himself and his movement speaks volumes of his political prowess. Under Mussolini's regime, Italy transformed into a totalitarian state, setting a precedent that would echo throughout European politics. Benito Mussolini's story is one of striking contrasts and bold transformations, a tale of a man who ventured from the path of socialist ideals to becoming the architect of Italian fascism. Benito Mussolini, the famous leader of Italy, is best known for his role in ushering the country into the fascist era, a period marked by significant changes in Italy's political and social structure. To achieve this, Mussolini implemented strategic domestic policies, consolidating personal power and crafting a strong, almost unchallengeable leadership image. From the early days of his rule, Mussolini recognized the power of media in shaping public perception. He established the Ministry of Information with the goal of controlling all broadcast content, from news and music to art, ensuring that fascist messages remained at the forefront. By skillfully utilizing mass media, Mussolini transformed himself into a supreme leader, the savior of the Italian nation, guiding the country out of economic and social troubles. In terms of policy, Mussolini personally oversaw the unification of police and military forces, creating a repressive apparatus under his absolute control. Personal freedoms were curtailed, the Italian Fascist Party was the only party allowed to exist, and political opponents were ruthlessly suppressed or forced into silence. Mussolini's government system was famously characterized by the term strong president, a figure with absolute power who did not require parliamentary consent, highlighting the regime's authoritarian nature. Mussolini also emphasized building a self-sufficient economy, reducing dependence on foreign powers. Through industrialization and modernization policies, he promoted domestic production, although not always as successfully as hoped. Concurrently, movements to revive Italian culture were intensified to awaken national spirit and restore faith in the glorious past of the old Roman Empire. However, Mussolini did not maintain power solely through rigid policies and militarization. He was adept at presenting himself as friendly to the international environment, always seeking to score points on the global political stage through economic and military agreements. This personal image helped him create a stable and reputable facade for the Italian fascist regime worldwide, at least until internal and international conflicts escalated. In summary, Mussolini's approach to bringing Italy into the fascist era was a combination of media control, tight management of the government and military apparatus, along with relentless efforts to bolster his personal image on both national and international stages. Although his success was not complete or enduring, his influence on Italian and global politics left an indelible legacy. During the tumultuous times of World War II, Benito Mussolini stood as a formidable figure leading Italy. However, his tenure in the fascist regime would eventually crumble due to a series of disastrous decisions that not only led to his personal fall but also had far-reaching effects on Italy and the broader world. Mussolini's ambition for an Italian empire was fueled by a fervent nationalist ideology and a fierce drive to elevate Italy to the status of a leading world power. His early successes, including the conquest of Ethiopia, inflated his ego and falsely convinced him of his invincibility. However, it was Mussolini's decision to ally with Adolf Hitler and Nazi Germany that marked the beginning of the end for his regime. Despite warnings from his advisors and visible signs that Hitler's ambitions would lead to catastrophe, Mussolini's blind allegiance dragged Italy deeper into the conflict. The alliance with Nazi Germany embroiled Italy in battles that strained its resources and morality. Italian soldiers were ill-prepared and poorly equipped, leading to devastating defeats in Greece and North Africa. These failures were compounded by Mussolini's authoritarian governance, which stifled dissent and innovation, crucial tools that may have navigated Italy out of looming disaster. Moreover, the internal discontent was growing palpable as the Italians suffered under wartime hardships. Food shortages and heavy Allied bombings devastated cities. Mussolini's attempts to control media narratives and suppress resistance only fueled anger and eroded the people's trust in his leadership. The culmination of these missteps arrived when Allied forces invaded Sicily in 1943. The Italian military's inability to repel the invasion highlighted Mussolini's failures and shattered whatever public confidence remained. It was the final straw for the Fascist Grand Council, who, in an effort to salvage Italy, deposed Mussolini on the 25th of July, 1943. In a dramatic fall from power, Mussolini was arrested, signaling the end of the fascist regime in Italy. However, the repercussions of Mussolini's downfall were profound. Italy was left in a state of chaos and destruction, needing reconstruction and reconciliation. The partisan resistance grew stronger, ultimately leading to Italy's eventual liberation. The Allied occupation brought about significant political reforms, leading to the establishment of a republic and the Constitution of 1948, which paved the way for a democratic Italy. The lessons from Mussolini's regime and its collapse are manifold. Ambition unchecked by wisdom can lead to destruction not just of oneself, but of an entire nation. The importance of heeding diplomatic counsel, maintaining a balanced approach to international relations, and cultivating the internal resilience of a nation stands as a testament for future leaders. Additionally, the collapse of Mussolini emphasized the impact of leadership on the world stage, as his fall altered the course of World War II and encouraged other regions fighting against oppressive regimes to seek liberation. Mussolini's tragic end, executed by Italian partisans in 1945, serves as a symbolic end to the era of fascism in Italy.